Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, Shem Kakadash. Peace and blessings to you, brothers carrying this work out in sincerity and faith. And shalom to you, Akim, and that are learning and getting into this truth and has found this truth. So just want to give some quick edification according to the scriptures. This is book of 2nd Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14, and it says, if my people which were called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Okay, so the people of the Most High, these blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, those who are called Mayan, whose ancestors go back to the Mayan, Aztec, Inca. Okay, the so-called black man, his ancestry goes back to the Benin. Okay, and those that were brought here on slave ships. We are the chosen people of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and the Most High God has woke us up in these last days that we may hear, based off of what? Based off of the word, based off His word that He has given us in that He has opened our eyes to. Okay, words that He has opened our eyes to in these last days. Okay, we have been beat down and destroyed day in and day out. Okay, so let me go ahead and go to Daniel. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 10, or chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, many shall be made purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. That's right. So the wise are going to understand these words in the last days, not the wicked. And the wicked are those who refuse to turn from their wicked ways. Okay, those who refuse to turn from their wicked ways and seek the Most High Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Okay, those are the ones that are going to be destroyed in these last days, right? So let's go ahead and get book of 2nd Esdras. This is book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 12 and verse 33, where he shall set them before him alive in judgment, and shall rebuke them and correct them. The Most High is correcting us in these last days. So that's what's going on. That's how the righteous are going to be. Those who hear the word, the wise are going to be made pure, made white, and changed. Okay, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. Right. So it says what? He's going to correct us. It says, for the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy those that have been preserved upon my borders, and he shall make them joyful unto the coming of the day of judgment. And that's what we seeking for. We seeking for judgment in these last days. Okay, it says a good thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to those that trouble you, and to those who are troubled rest with us. And Yahweh Shah Mashiach comes with his flaming fires, putting judgment on these nations, okay, and these peoples, man. Because it says, whereof I spoken unto thee from the beginning. So we expected these things from the beginning. Right? So this is the book of Luke, chapter 1. Book of Luke, chapter 1. And verse 68. It says, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. All right, his people. So it's not for everybody. It's not for the so-called white man, the so-called Chinese, all these nations that rule over us and oppress us, man. He's for his people, and only for his people. So it says in verse 68, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. Okay, He has visited and redeemed his people, and have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. All right, so he raised up a horn of salvation for us, man. We are the children of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And it says, as he has spake by the mouths of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. So what does that thing say in what does it say in 2nd Ezra chapter 12 and verse 34? It says, wherefore I have spoken unto thee from the beginning. Right? He has spoken these things unto us from the beginning. It's obviously speaking to Ezra, but just in the spirit, he has spoken these things from the mouth of his holy prophets from the beginning, that we should be saved. We should be delivered from the hands of our enemies, from the hands of those that hate us. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump down to verse 35. It says, this is the dream that thou sawest, and these are the interpretations. Thou only hast been meet to know this secret of the highest. So it's a secret of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, okay, that we're going to be delivered in these last days, man. You know, this is the secret of the Most High, that this is the mystery, man. This is the controversy, okay, is that we are the children of the Most High, those that have been made a derision, laughed at, okay, scorned, okay. We have been avenged upon by our enemies, okay. So that is the that is the controversy, man, that we are the Israelites, okay. We are the Israelites in these last days, okay. That's the wisdom that's coming out in these last days, that we are the children of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, okay, and he's going to deliver us, okay. He is our God, man. He's the creator of all the peoples upon this earth, and they are beasts, okay, and that we are meant to rule over them, right? So let me read verse 36 again. It says, thou only has been meet to know this secret of the highest. So what does it say in Daniel? Many shall be made white, pure, okay. Select it. Let me go ahead and just read it verbatim. Book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So we're going to understand that the so-called Chinese, so-called white man, the so-called Arab, these people are not our people, and the so-called blacks, Haitians, Dominicans, niggas, or Negroes, like they do to polish it up and clean it up, okay. And then we know that those peoples, those Mayans and Aztec Native Americans, we know that those are our people, man. We know that we are the strong, and the other nations are weak, man. Especially Esau, man. He is very weak. Okay, that's why he tried to get us playing on an even playing field. That's why this system greatly vexes our spirit, man. Cause we can survive anything, you know, with the power of the Most High, with the strength that the Most High blessed us with. But so we see that the so-called white man, he's destroying the earth. He's destroying all the resources, right? Everything he creates is coming out of a laboratory, okay? It's an evil decree that comes from the so-called, everything that the so-called white man brings out is an evil decree, all right? To destroy so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, man, and destroy the earth ultimately, man. So everybody would be on an even playing. So he'd thinking that everybody on an even playing field with him, right? But he's too damn weak. You know, the Lord made it this way, right? So we know these things, man. This is what we see and understand in these last days. That's when we've been made purified in these last days with this understanding, with these scriptures. It says, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. That's right. We can just jump up to 2nd Ezra chapter 12 verse 32. It says, this is the anointed which the highest hath kept from them, kept for them, for their wickedness unto the end. He shall reprove them and shall upbraid them with their cruelty, right? It says, for the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy those that have been preserved upon my borders, and he shall make them joyful unto the coming of the day of judgment, whereof I have spoken unto thee from the beginning. This is the dream that thou sawest, and these are the interpretations. Thou only hast been meet to know this secret of the highest. Therefore write all these things that thou hast seen in a book, and hide them, and teach them to the wise of my people, whose hearts thou knowest, may comprehend and keep these secrets. So we teach these things to those men. This is how the word comes around, and it's purifying our brethren, man. You know, many are being made pure through the words, through the scriptures of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Okay, through the understanding, and these things was closed up. This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 9. It says, in verse 9, he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end. All right, and we at the time of the end, because now blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are standing up in righteousness, right? Those who have been given this understanding, those who have been those who are wise. Let me read in 2nd Ezra chapter 12 and verse 38 again. It says, and teach them to the wise of the people, whose heart thou knowest, may comprehend and keep these secrets, man. So we keeping these secrets in our hearts. Not that we're not telling nobody, because the scripture tell us to do what? We're supposed to shine that light. So-called wicked, he work in darkness, man. The wicked works in darkness. We're not in darkness. We are children of the light. That's why they got to kill us, man. They got to kill us and destroy us to get us out of the way. This is the book of Acts chapter 16. Man. It says what? In verse 21. Let's start at verse 19. It says, and when her masters saw that the hope of their gains was gone, they caught up Paul and Silas and drew them into the marketplace unto the rulers. So that's right. You know, Paul and Silas, they went out there teaching, and they casting demons out, man. And so what? The masters saw that their gains were gone, man. Their gains were gone. So this place wants to continue, man. That's the spirit that's in Babylon. They want to continue. They want to continue to destroy the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man. All their movies shows that they're when they win and defeat the evil, Thanos, right? When they beat these predators and whatnot, right? It shows that, you know what, we gotta save the world so that this world can continue, man. They want this place to continue so they can continue to destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? So it says that they lost their game, and they're gonna lose a lot when the so-called when Yahweh Shah invades this place, man, and destroys the wicked, and destroys these towns and these cities, man. He's gonna upraid these towns and these cities from the foundations, man. Okay. It says what? They caught so when their gains was gone, they caught Paul and Silas and drew them into the marketplace unto the rulers. And listen, all this prophecy coming to pass, and you see Babylon being visited by Yahweh, okay? Visited by the world that he has made. All types of hurricanes and earthquakes and rumors of wars. These people just can't see clear. They can't see straight. They used to be confederate with each other, and now they fighting each other, wanting to kill each other, right? So it says, so now their gain is gone, man. Their gain is coming from them. The economy is shot, okay? All of everything that they have is gone. You know, it's coming to an end, and they see it. So they're going to start attacking us. And look what they did to the prophets. Is they caught Paul and Silas and drew them into the marketplace unto the rulers and brought them to the magistrates, saying, these men, being Jews, do exceedingly trouble our city and teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive. That's right. Because they believe in a feminist environment. They believe that they supposed to put the man over, the woman over the man, right? They believe that the children are supposed to be in control of their own lives, right? They believe that children should be with adults, be marrying and being with adults. They don't believe in that a girl should come to the flower of her age, okay? Meaning in understanding, in her bodily makeup, okay? They don't believe that. They believe that you can just take a girl and, you know, and just put her with another, can marry a grown man. You know, they believe things like that. They believe that the kids, these young boys, can be getting popped in the booty in the behind at a young age. Not even at all, man. They believe in that homosexuality. Okay, they believe in so many wicked things. And what the scriptures say, they coming at Paul, they grabbing up Paul and Silas and saying what? It says, and teach customs, the customs of the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua, righteousness, okay, judgment. It says, and teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive, neither to observe, being Romans. You see there? And the multitude rose up against them, and the magistrates rent their clothes. So they angry about, oh no, heck no, man, we got to keep this thing rolling. We got to keep homosexuals out there in the streets. We got to keep the black woman over her man. We got to teach all these upside down doctrines, man. This is the way that it's got to be. So what they about to do, it says, the multitude rose up together against them, and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them. And when they had laid many stripes upon them, they cast them into prisons, charging the jailer to keep them safely. Because they not done with them. They want to do some more things to them, man. They probably want to torture them, man. Torture their bodies, man. Okay? This is what the wicked do. This is what they do. So they can't get this truth. They can't understand it. That's why you run into so many people refusing to hear the word and refusing to shut the hell up for 1 second, man. You know? They refuse to shut the hell up for 1 second. These are the wicked. These are the wicked, man. Salakia. It says in Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 27. Salakia. Book of Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. So he that is upright, he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. You see? And what did the scripture say in Acts chapter 16 verse 21? It says, and teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive, neither to observe, being Romans. So this ain't for everybody, man. That's why they hate us, man. That's why they want to destroy us. Okay? So so it says in verse 27 of Proverbs 29, an unjust man is an abomination to the just. So they abomination to us. That's why we teaching our people this truth, man. And we abomination to them sometimes, man. To the wicked of our people, the 2/3 of Israel, man. We are an abomination. That's why they get all scared when they start looking around for the white man. When we start getting off on Esau, they start saying, well, that's hate. They start running their mouth and can't control themselves to shut up and listen. They can't even control their own mouths to be quiet, man. It says, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. So he that keeps away from wickedness and folly and madness. You know, our people want to turn around, the so-called white man, and our people want to turn around and kill us for that thing. They want to hate us for that thing. They want to look at us like we strange. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 3. It says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wines, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. That's right. We were going around here partying, okay, making a loud noise in these clubs. That's what the revelings is, lasciviousness, and all types of sexual immorality, lusting after things in this world, okay? It says, and abominable idolatries, idolizing things other than the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, turning to other gods, believing in the Muslim faith, believing in Buddha and whatever else our people believing in white Jesus, man. It was suffice. It was enough, right? We was cool with that, right? It says when they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. They speak evil of you because you're not doing the same things. You're not keeping the high holy days of Babylon, man. The holidays, the evil days of Babylon. You're not keeping those days. You know, you don't teach your children to have birthdays and Valentine's Day. You don't believe in all those things where you lifting up the woman above. You idolizing your woman, lifting her up above the Most High. Okay. It says, so they think it's strange, man. So what did they say in Acts chapter 16, verse 21? It says they teaching customs that are not lawful for us to keep, being Romans, or to observe, being Romans. So they don't want to hear nothing about that, man. They don't want to hear nothing about that. Okay? So we are the children of the Most High. We are holy, set aside, different from these people, man. Okay? It says, who shall give account? This is verse 5 in 1 Peter chapter 4. Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? And who is the Lord that quickens us, man? Who quickens us? The Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why we're supposed to watch and keep away from the things of Babylon, man. This is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 23. Now, it was a good thing for us to avoid our people, okay? When we are part of this world, so that we can get a job. We avoid our people, hate our people, this, that, and the third. But now, when we come in this light, now we got to teach the sheep these words, man. So it says in Proverbs chapter 27, verse 23, and we're supposed to teach these things to the wise, man. It's our job to continue to push this word. This is Proverbs 27 and 23. Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. You see? It says, for riches are not forever, and doeth the crown endure to every generation? No. You know what I mean? So riches don't endure forever. So what we got to do? Buy and sell of the Most High. Buy and sell with the Most High, man. Buy and sell with the word. This is Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 23. It says, buy the truth and sell it not, also wisdom and instruction and understanding. Okay, that's the things that we're supposed to be buying and selling in these last days, right? You can't support black businesses because there ain't a lot of black businesses out there. So guess what? Buy and sell with this truth. Okay, buy and sell the truth, man. Buy the truth and sell it not. So like it. So it says in Proverbs 27 and 23, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. So you see what's going on with Israel, and you speak on these things, right? You speak on these things and give understanding to the people concerning everything that's going on. Be a watchman for your people, right? So it says in Proverbs chapter 31 verse 9, open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. So that's what we're supposed to be doing, pleading the cause of the poor and needy, looking to the flock. This is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 2. Feed the flock of Yahweh which is among you, taking oversight thereof, not by constraint but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind, neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage, but being examples to the flock. See there? And it says, and when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. That's the crown that's never going to fade away. That's the crown of glory that's never going to fade away. Not that when you buying and selling and enjoying Babylon, settled on your leaves, you're supposed to be bringing the truth out, man. So the scriptures say, open your mouth, judge righteously, right? So, because the wicked only wants this place to be destroyed. He only wants us to be destroyed as a people, man. That's all he wants, you know? And he thinks that he can hide, man. But we got the truth out here. The Lord is giving us the truth day in and day out, okay? Waking up our understanding. So we see the wicked, man. This is Isaiah chapter 29 verse 14. This is, therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish. And that's what's happening these last days. They don't know how to deal with coronavirus. They don't know how to deal with the economy being shot and destroyed. Okay, it says, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Yeah, we don't see any way out. Okay, the so-called white man, the people, the blacks, Hispanics, Native American that believe in the so-called white man, we ain't seeing a way out. Trump and Biden ain't gonna do nothing for you. None of these, the so-called elections not gonna do nothing for you. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Right? Well, surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding? And that's what the wicked are saying. They're trying to hide their counsel from the Lord. They're trying to act like they don't have to answer to the Most High. Well, I don't believe in it. I don't believe that. Don't matter, man. It don't matter if you believe or not. He's still your maker, and he's gonna destroy you like the beast that you are. That's what you were meant to say. You're not meant to say, hey, yeah, you're right. I'm about to turn from these from my wicked ways and keep the law, statutes, commandments. You know, praise be to the God of Israel. No, they're not gonna come to that conclusion and say that thing. You know what I mean? They're gonna continue to turn things upside down because that's what they were meant to do. So-called the blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, that was given to us to understand this truth. They don't understand a damn thing, right? They look at us and they say, hey, man, hey, let it continue to be destroyed, man. Let it continue to be destroyed. And we got to wake up and understand these things, man. So I'm going to go ahead and get Micah chapter 2, verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. That's right. These people are wicked, man. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 2. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore thus said the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for the time is evil. So he's gonna destroy these people, man. He's gonna destroy them for the wickedness that they have done. They covet fields, man. They took it from the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Inca. Okay, he took lands, covet lands. Look, he's stomping around in Israel right now. Okay, the land of our native, the land that the Lord gave to us, man. The land of the Canaanites, man, that they gave to us through the hands of Joshua, man. Okay. It says, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. So he devised an evil. That's why they don't understand what it is that they're doing out here, right? So we can't turn to the so-called white man. He brought down the understanding of the wise, man, of the wise of this world, right? This is Micah chapter 4 and verse 11. It says, now also many nations are gathered against thee. They gathered against us, man. They gathered against us. Let's go ahead and get that real quick, and I'm gonna go right back to that same scripture. Okay. This is Psalms chapter 137 and verse 20. It says, we have hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof, for there they that carried us away captive. Who carried us away captive? So-called Middle Eastern man, the so-called Asians, right? We were slaves to pretty much all the men of Esau's confederacy, man. We were slaves. Blacks, it was slaves to all these other nations, man. You can read that in Ezekiel chapter 34. Can't get to that right now, but these are the things that happened to us, man. They that carried us away captive required of us a song. So they wanted us to lift up their gods, believe in all these idolatries, believe in all their customs, walk in the ways of their peoples, right? It said, hate our own people, denounce our own power, right? It says, and they that wasted us, they kill us and murder us in the streets, they kill us and hung us on trees, the so-called African man, all these nations, they had their way with us, man. It says, wasted us, required of us mirth. They want happiness from you, man. They want happiness from you. This is why you're supposed to cry out to the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's why this is a mystery, and that's why this is called Babylon the Great. It says, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing? This is what we're going to say. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? That's right. So that's why we always seeking to get out of this wicked kingdom, man.
That's why we always seeking to get out of this place. That's why we always asking for freedom and this, that.